Good afternoon. Thanks for coming out, everybody. I'm Andrew Tarr, President of the Ontario Pipe Trades. The Ontario Pipe Trades represents welders in 4 compulsory trades: plumbers, steam fitters, sprinkler fitters, HVACR workers, in total 30,000 highly skilled tradespeople. Today, on behalf of the Ontario Pipe Trades, I'm here to endorse Doug Ford, David Piccini, and all of the Ford government. In recent years, we have forged an unprecedented partnership with the Ontario government that has not only set a new standard for collaboration, but has also enabled us to provide tangible benefits to our members through enhanced training programs, extensive upskilling initiatives, and a robust promotion of our industry and the skilled trades. In these challenging times, as our sector faces increasingly uncertainty, the leadership of Premier Ford and Minister Piccini stands out as a beacon of commitment to our industry's future, ensuring that our workforce remains a priority and continues to receive the support it deserves. Now I'd like to introduce the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Andrew. Very, very grateful. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Andrew. I'm going to touch base in a second. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And I'm here with Peter Turkington. Peter, where are you? Peter, the great PC candidate for Waterloo, and David Piccini, PC candidate for Northumberland, Peterborough South. And I have to tell you, folks, you know, David's been all over our province, making sure that the SDF funding's out there, making sure that we train our future, the people that are going to be building the hospitals and the schools and the roads and the bridges. So we're very, very grateful, David, and we look forward to getting through this and getting back to work. I'm very, very grateful for the support of the Ontario Pipe Trades Council, more than 25,000 members, and to you, Andrew, and Jason for their support, and the whole committee, the whole executive committee. Our communities depend on Ontario's pipe trades professionals every single day. Their endorsement of our plan to protect Ontario is so important, and we will always have their backs. My message is very clear. In the face of President Trump's tariffs, which are still looming over our heads, we will do whatever it takes to protect Ontario's economy and Ontario workers. We're going to add another $1 billion. That's $1 billion on top of the $1.5 billion to our Skills Development Fund to provide more than 1 million people with training opportunities and partnership with our great unions, and to the people training. I don't want to say young folks, but you're younger than I am. So, you know, this is a job for life. This is an opportunity, once you have a trade, that no one is going to take off you, no matter where you live, no matter if it's Ontario, and hopefully it'll be Ontario for the rest of your life, but no matter where you go, you're going to have that trade. Through this fund, we're investing over $14 million to Ontario Pipe Trades Council, locals, to boost training of more skilled workers. And we're invested over $2 million through the Apprentice Capital Grant to ensure that the OPTC can purchase the tools and equipment needed to train the next generation of pipe trade workers. We're also investing another $22 billion in and that's on top of the 200. So we have $200 billion in the infrastructure. We're also investing another $22 billion in our plan to build, which will support skilled trades, men and women, with new jobs and opportunities. And maybe you'll be part of building the new hospital here and other areas that we're investing right here in this region. With President Trump's tariffs threatening millions of workers across Ontario, we'll do whatever it takes to protect Ontario workers and their livelihoods, their families, businesses, and communities. I deeply appreciate the support of the Ontario Pipe Trades Council members, and I will work hard every single day to stand up for our women and men in the skilled trades and protect good-paying Ontario jobs. I want to thank you again for having me by, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We will take questions from the media. Please come to the mic and state your name and outlet. Just a reminder, it's one question and one follow-up.
Hi there, it's Jessica from the Trillium. I'd like to ask you about the announcement, the guy who you're not supposed to call your transportation minister anymore made this morning. He shared some maps showing new passenger rail lines through Midtown Toronto and up through Bolton. Is this a real promise with a timeline and money attached, or is this just election politics?
No, well, the difference between myself and our party and other parties, we always like saying promises made, promises kept. We're building massive transit. Matter of fact, we're spending over $70 billion a year in expanding transit, not only in Toronto, the GTHA, but the GO lines right across this great province. We're going to continue focusing, I should say, working with, people don't realize that we have to work with CN sometimes and then CPKC other times. It all depends who owns the rail, but we're working collaboratively with them, and Pramit Sarkari is doing a great job. God willing, we're back there. He's going to continue doing a great job, just like David Piccini, and hopefully we're bringing Peter along to Queen's Park with us. Okay,
just to follow up on that, are you actually promising to build this new Midtown line and this Bolton line at this point?
Absolutely we are. We're going to make sure we have the designs moving forward, engineering. I wish I could just snap my fingers, happen overnight. But again, we're working collaboratively. I believe it's a CN line, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. But every line that we do, it's their track, so we're going to have to work with them.
Hi, it's Cameron Mollorf with CBC News.
Hi, Cameron.
In the last election and this one, all the PC candidates in our ridings have declined to be interviewed. Is your party telling candidates not to speak to the media, and if so, why?
No, maybe what you should be doing is asking the other two parties, do they even have candidates? I don't even think they have a full slate, either one of them. But, everyone's welcome to make sure that they go out there and go door knocking and get the message to the people, and go to companies and great union halls like this to get the message out.
A second question for you. We recently chatted with all the local mayors in Waterloo region, and many spoke about the municipal funding model being outdated, forcing residents to pay extremely high property taxes. If re-elected, would you rejig the provincial funding model in Waterloo region as you have in Ottawa and the GTA?
Well, are you talking about the review of increasing taxes on people's homes and residents? I don't believe in that, if that's what you're asking. As for municipalities and funding, there's no government, and you can ask any of the mayors, if they receive more love off the PC government than any other government. The answer is overwhelmingly yes. Not just funding for, let's say, shelters or homeless, $17 million. They're building a brand new hospital here at Grand River and St. Mary's. They're coming together, and they're going to get a brand new hospital, the technology center as well. So we work collaboratively with all the mayors, and I love Mayor Barry. I call him Mayor Barry from Kitchener, and the other mayors surrounding it too. Good folks.
Good afternoon, Man Hamidi with the Canadian Press. A lawsuit is alleging Ryan Amato and Shiv Raj used their connections to your office to get 3 properties rezoned, which is something never happened before. What do these allegations say about you as a leader of this province?
First of all, I didn't know anything about this, and I don't get involved in outside stuff like that. So I focus on the job at hand, running the government.
Have you or anyone in your office been interviewed by the RCMP in the Greenbelt investigation?
Well, I haven't. I don't go around asking people in our office. That's up to them. And what I have said is let's cooperate 1,000%, because we did nothing wrong.
Hi, Josh Piercy, 570 News Radio. This week, Bonnie Crombie was critical of your inaction expanding the ION LRT here locally and the rapid GO transit between the region and Toronto. What's your response to that criticism, and what do you plan on doing to accelerate the GO transit and LRT expansions locally?
I barely can keep the smile off my face. It's ironic. The Liberals built absolutely nothing. They didn't build any transit in Toronto. They didn't build any transit outside of Toronto. They didn't build GO train expansion. We're playing catch up. We're spending $70 billion on investment on transit alone. But not only that, we're spending another $28 billion on making sure that people can hop in their cars and get from point A to point B. You know, they've been talking about Highway 7 here since before Moses. We're actually moving forward with Highway 7, working on Phase 1 and Phase 2, working on making sure that we have the bridge done as well. But finally, there's a government that's getting stuff done. We're spending over $200 billion now. It's $222 billion strictly on infrastructure. That's what we need. And the reason we need it has been ignored for parties for years, for decades, or we wouldn't be in this spot. But isn't it great that we're building so the tradespeople in this province and right behind me are going to have an opportunity to build and have jobs for life?
And in the coming years, will we see all-day GO transit between Waterloo Region and Toronto?
100%. 100%. But again, there's a third party, CN, that we're working with. And by the way, CN's a good partner, CPKC and other lines too. And we're just going to work with them. But we've shown that we're moving rapidly on GO expansion in this province, unlike anyone's ever seen.
Krista Simpson, CTV Kitchener.
Hi.
I want to ask about the Wilmot Land Assembly Project.
Yep.
The farmers and landowners there who are being asked by the municipality with the support of the province to sell their land in order to support other industries. What's your message to them this election?
Well, I always say be fair. You know, they're Kitchener and the whole region, actually it's the region, and that goes for everyone in the province. If they want to assemble land to create more jobs and more opportunities, we always say, okay, we'll support it. We aren't getting involved directly. Do I wish they handled it a little differently? Absolutely, and they know that. But isn't it amazing when we did the same assembly, not us, but the region in St. Thomas. They assembled over 1,000 acres, not a problem, not a word, and we've done it a few places, down in Windsor and so on and so forth. But this is an opportunity, and honestly, Waterloo Region has missed out on endless opportunities for companies to come here and create good opportunities, good jobs for people, because they didn't have the land assembled. And a couple massive projects that it's a shame that we should be doing this 20 years ago.
And for a second question, there's been a number of rural hospitals that have had to shut down their emergency rooms due to staffing issues. What would you do to address that problem if re-elected?
Well, I'll tell you what we are doing when it comes to healthcare. Number one, we're spending more money than any government in the history of this province, over $33 billion more than any other previous government. We're making sure that we have an opportunity building a brand new hospital here, but not just here, 50 sites around the province, over $50 billion. And then to make sure that we have docs, because not all docs want to live in a rural area. I love the rural area. Man, this is like God's country if you go in a rural area, but it's attracting docs there. So what we're doing, we're paying for their education and making sure that if they pay for their education, the docs can work anywhere, but nurse practitioners, which I love, nurses, we're paying for their education as long as they work in an area for 4 or 5 years, a rural area, and it's not even far now. But let's run through the numbers here. 15,000 new doctors, okay? We're building new universities that focus on medical universities, creating more seats. Now, if the Liberals didn't cut nurses and they didn't cut medical seats, we wouldn't be in this spot. But we've registered and hired 15,000 doctors. Over 100,000 new nurses have been registered. We have 30,000 nursing students. Matter of fact, we have lots right in this area that are ready to join the healthcare field. We're spending that $50 billion on 50 sites of hospitals. We've hired Dr. Jane Philpott to connect every single Ontarian with a family doctor. And the list keeps going on and on and on. I think, personally, working collaboratively with the OMA, the Ontario Medical Association, OHA, the Ontario Hospital Association, we work well together, and we have to deliver service in different fashions. And that's what we're doing. We're doing exactly that. There's no reason to be coming into a hospital with a little scratch or a runny nose. That's what holds up the backlog there. So we're going to make sure that we have physician centers spread across this great province, and they're going to be able to go in their community health center opposed to backlogging hospitals and emergency departments that are really put there for serious situations.
Thank you. This concludes today's questions.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.